I'm Karen Stout. Bon appetit. Anybody that's a Julia Child fan will get that. Good morning. Montgomery County Community College is indeed cooking. And I'm thrilled that you're joining us today for an effort that we know will have a significant impact on Montgomery County and our students, our community, and our region. After the formal part of the program, you're in for quite a treat as we have some fabulous food for you to sample, and I know you've already sampled some as we gathered this morning. And we hope that you'll take a few minutes to stay and enjoy the refreshments, but mostly take the opportunity to talk to our wonderful students and faculty that will support the Culinary Arts Institute. We have a number of special guests with us today, and I want to introduce a few of them, and some you will meet as we move through the program. Representing the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I saw that Representative Bob Gottschall is here. Bob, thank you so much for your support and leadership. We have a number of officials from the Towamencin Township. Let me go through the list. We have the Board of Supervisors Chair, Daniel Litley. Daniel, thank you for being here. Supervisor Chuck Wilson. Supervisor Robert Rao. Township Manager Bob Ford. Also from the township, Joe Leese and Jack Dooley. We also know that we have very strong K through 12 partnerships that make programs like this effective and important. And I did see that Dr. Jerry Shively, who is the Chief Executive Officer and Executive Director of the Intermediate Unit, is here. Thank you, Jerry, for being here today. From the college's Foundation Board of Directors, Maureen Thompson and Joe Gallagher and Jack Corey. And from our Alumni Board of Directors, Reverend Patty Thomas. At this time, I invite Mike Daniello, the chairman of the college's Board of Trustees, to offer some remarks on behalf of the board. Mike?
Thank you, Dr. Stout. It is truly my pleasure to be here on behalf of the Board of Trustees. Please allow me to introduce two other members of my board that are here, Trudy Mann and Regina Lowry. And also here is our distinguished former chairman of the Board of Trustees, Michael Bittner, who was instrumental in starting this program. You know, the Board of Trustees works. We have our monthly meetings, we have committee meetings, and it's events like this that are so special to us because we actually see our work and the fruit of our labor come into fruition. But I have to tell you that this, although our college has seen a reduction in financing, in funds that come in through our government and our government sponsors, it is so important for us to develop alternative sources of revenue and to expand into other areas. And it was as a result of our administration that this idea of this Culinary Institute was formulated. It went through our personnel committee, it went through our finance committee, it went through our curriculum committee, it went through our physical plant committee, and everyone participated in putting together this program and to bring in a wonderful chef director for this program. And it is just a tremendous source of pride for us to see this program moving forward. So with that, I'll pass the program back to Dr. Stout. Thank you all so much for being here and to participate in this event. Thank you all.
The creation of the Culinary Arts Institute at Montgomery County Community College will position us as the region's premier education and training destination for future culinary and pastry arts professionals. The Institute will also be a suburban hub to feed our avocational appetites by offering continuing education courses for chefs at all levels. And later in today's program, you will meet the new director of the Culinary Institute, Chef Christopher Allen Tanner, whose passion for his field and vision for our program has already generated a buzz in our community and beyond. I've been asked what brought us here today to this location, and I talk about it as being a convergence of opportunities. External labor market trends that show that job prospects in the culinary arts industry are growing and expanding in the way we think about the industry. And in fact, the hospitality and culinary industry remains the largest growth sector in Montgomery County at 17%, according to the U.S. Department of Labor. We know that a degree from the Culinary Institute at Montgomery County Community College, with the anticipated accreditation from the American Culinary Federation Education Foundation and the World Association of Chefs Societies, will lead our students to successful careers and higher wages. And from an internal perspective, we wanted to expand the reach of the college in different directions. We have a thriving campus in Bluebell, right in the heart of Montgomery County. We have another thriving full-service campus in Pottstown in the western part of the county. We had looked at locations in the eastern part of the county, but we have very strong reach as an institution into the eastern part of the county. And we saw this opportunity along the 476 corridor, right off the turnpike, as an extraordinary location. We also knew we needed to provide some growth opportunity for an expanding program. Our culinary program had been spread and fragmented at different locations over the years, preventing it from really taking off and growing. Although at this point, we do have 90 students enrolled in the program. And we saw this opportunity to build a standalone institute as a really unique way to build very, very important modern day industry partnerships that are critical for community college success in the future. Julia Child would be proud. We extended our thinking to parallel hers. She said, if you are afraid of butter, use cream. And that's what we did with our creative thinking. So at this time, I want to ask Senator Bob Mensch to come to the podium. Senator Mensch is a strong advocate for community colleges across the Commonwealth. In fact, he has 4 community colleges that are within the reach of his constituent base. And he is also a valued supporter of Montgomery County Community College and a very strong friend of the college. Senator Mensch.
I want to make 2 different sorts of comments. First, about partnerships. This endeavor here today demonstrates to me the progress that we have made within our governments and within our society of understanding that governments can't be all things to all people, and that we have to involve the private sector as well. And we have a great demonstration of that here with the Philadelphia Suburban Development Corporation, the community college, and very importantly, a partnership with the township. As a former township supervisor and one who began to truly embrace the notion of regional planning, when I was here Monday morning with Mr. Nicoletti from Philadelphia Suburban, but we were talking about the overall plan, comprehensive plan that the township has relative to development, and is extremely well thought out. Dan, you and your team, and perhaps people preceding you, have done an extraordinary job at providing the right kind of zoning for the right kind of development, and very central to the transportation arteries, which is so important to future strong economic growth. So those are my comments about partnership. I think this particular event here today demonstrates how strong the partnership is in these entities, and it is, I believe, a street sign for where we need to go in the future with more partnerships with the private and the public sector. My other comment is about the economic need for this type of an institution. There are, thanks God, He wants me to hurry. She wants me to hurry. Take your pick.
Bob, you can do this off the top of your head.
Hey, Mark. See, that's what I mean about the partnership with Mr. Nicoletti. You see? By the year 2020, which is only 8 years away, we're going to need an additional 27,000 chef jobs, or we will have created 27,000 additional chef jobs in our state. And nationally, about 1.8 million chef jobs. Means we're all eating a lot of butter or a lot of cream. But, you know, this is certainly a educational direction that has found its time. And it's an extraordinary effort. It will offer actually I think there'll be two programs, one a certificate and one a 2-year degree program, 11-week semester. I believe someone else is going to talk about the financing or the cost of the service, but certainly it's an extraordinary effort. We are pleased to have Towamencin Township hosting this particular event. And in closing, I just want to say, Dr. Stout said I touch, or I have constituency for the community colleges. Without a doubt, even with the other presidents of the schools, Dr. Stout is recognized as the leader of the community college movement in Pennsylvania. So her imprint is on this as well. Thank you all.
I want to welcome Representative Matt Bradford, who has joined us from the state of Pennsylvania. Thank you, Representative. And at this time, I'm pleased to welcome Representative Kate Harper to the podium. She's also a strong supporter of the college's programs, and Representative Harper really helped the college launch our program to support women business owners and aspiring entrepreneurs, and she's a founding mother of our now very mature starting a successful women-owned business program. And so I know the entrepreneurial spirit that anchors this project is right where she would like us to be. So with that, Representative Harper.
Thank you. Where'd you go? Oh, I was trying to keep the program moving. Thank you very much. I want to echo my colleague, Senator Bob Mensch's comments about the importance of the township providing the bridge to somewhere new and special so that the county and the community college and the developer and private industry can work together here. Thank you. Okay? We're on the bridge to somewhere. But what I want to talk about is food. Is there anything more central to human existence or our culture than breaking bread? Think about it. We make plans over breakfast. We cut deals over lunch. We celebrate with dinners. We eat when we bring people into the world. We eat when we take them out. I think food and providing food is central both to humanity and also to our culture in general. And so it's incredibly appropriate that our community college would be providing opportunities for careers in the culinary arts. It's also incredibly appropriate that they are doing it here in Towamencin, right near the turnpike, so that they have the transportation facilities to bring people in, and right in the emerging Towamencin Town Center, where they will have plenty of opportunity to find both students and employers of those students when they are finished. So I really think that we have the best of all possible worlds at this location at this time today, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Representative Harper. The college gets extraordinary support from the state in operating and capital support, and from the county in operating and capital support. And we've been able to leverage that support at our central and west campuses. And I'm very pleased to introduce Commissioner Josh Shapiro. And I want to recognize him first for the work he did on behalf of community colleges when he was in the state legislature around transfer. And the work that he did in that area will ensure that students that leave this Culinary Institute program will have the opportunity to not just seek a career as a chef, but to continue their education and carry their credits forward to a baccalaureate degree if they want to. And that work was groundbreaking for us. So Representative Shapiro.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It is indeed a pleasure to be with you, and I just want to echo the welcome to my former colleagues from the House and the Senate, Senator Mensch and Representative Harper, whom you've heard from, Representative Bradford and Chairman Godshall, who are here as well. And I grew up in politics on the side of the community college, fighting for them at the state level. And now, together with my colleagues Leslie Richards and Bruce Castor on the Board of Commissioners, I have the chance to stand up for and fight for the community college here at the county level. And it is a unique partnership between the county, the state, and of course the students who put together the resources to be able to create this incredible institution of higher learning. You know, Leslie, Bruce, and I are committed to transforming our county government, to thinking outside the box, and to getting the best value for your county tax dollar. And in the process of doing that, as we've been learning over the first 75 or 80 or so days in office, we look to a lot of models in our community, a lot of models around the Commonwealth and the country to help guide our efforts. And I have to tell you, one of those models is Montgomery County Community College. What the community college has been able to do, not just in providing a wonderful classroom experience for our students here in the county and from across the region, but really in coming up with new and innovative ways to teach and new and innovative ways to drive our new economy. This is an example of what we are trying to aspire to be, and an example that is led by the outstanding leadership of Karen Stout and of Chairman Daniello and the rest of the board. We are very proud of their efforts, and they are truly a model for us and for the students. And think of what we're able to do here. For a fraction of the price for a student, they are going to be able to come here and get an unbelievable education in the culinary arts in an area Senator Mensch referred to as clearly fast-growing and one that is evolving and one that will make us a hub of this type of important activity for the entire region. And it's all going to happen at a community college, at the Montgomery County Community College. It is a source of pride for all of us. It is something we celebrate. And it is, again, a model that Bruce, Leslie, and I aspire to achieve. Efficiency, creativity, and thinking outside the box. And that's what Karen and her team, together with the public-private partnership led by Mark, are able to do here today. So thank you for including me in this effort, and thank you for all being a part of this important team effort to continue to build our college into a world-renowned community college right here in Montgomery County. Thank you all.
Commissioner Julia Child noted that in France, cooking is a serious art form and a national sport. So I'm looking forward to working with you to make cooking a serious art form in Montgomery County and perhaps our county sport. The creation of the Culinary Arts Institute touches four of the college's strategic goals. The first being around access and success. The Institute supports our work in building a seamless transition for our students from high school to college, from an old career to a new career, from college to career, and from college to transfer. And Chef Tanner and a team of on-site academic and financial aid advisors will work directly with our culinary students right here at this site from start to finish, from application through graduation to employment or transfer to support their success. We're serious about not losing one student that enters this program, and this program will exemplify the college's commitment to student progression and completion and success in the way that it's built. The curriculum, the second part of our strategic plan, the strong academic heart of the institution. The curriculum will emphasize hands-on, lab-based learning in a professional kitchen setting, balanced with academic courses and cooperative internship programs. And when completed, the 15,000 square foot building will include 4 state-of-the-art kitchens, 3 smart classrooms, a retail shop for coffee and baked goods, and a first floor patio for dining and grilling. The Institute significantly enhances the capacity of our program. We can offer now space to serve up to 350 students over the next 5 years. The Institute offers a sense of place, another key component of our plan, in that the design is intended to support a community of learners in practice with convenient parking, which is important for students in a commuter setting. And finally, the Institute exemplifies the college's strategic commitment to being entrepreneur-like in everything we do. The Institute is made possible through an entire public-private partnership. It's a fully self-supporting entity. There's no new county or state dollars going into this initiative. It fully is self-supporting. And it's able to do that because of the partnership with Mark Nicoletti and the Philadelphia Suburban Development Corporation and the very unique way we've structured the terms of our 10-year lease agreement, where Mark and his team are taking on a lot of the opening risk and a lot of the capital investment that the college does not have to take on in the initial stages of the project. Rather, it's spread over the terms of the 10-year lease. And I have to say that Mark, we started conversations about this possibility maybe 18 months ago, Mark. I know it was a hot July day at the East House with myself and former Chairman Bittner and a few members of my leadership team. And we thought this idea has some potential. We have to think about it. We have some things cooking that might match up. But because of his vision and relentless passion for this work, I have to say that's one of the significant reasons that we're here. Mark really is a true entrepreneur, and it's been just a real pleasure to work with him and his team. So with that, I ask Mark Nicoletti to come to the podium. Mark?
Thank you. I'm so glad that I'm not the cleanup hitter. That's for you, Chef, I guess. President Stout, members of the College Board, distinguished guests, today is a very exciting day on several levels. It certainly is a great day for Monco. It's also a great day for my family's 50-year-old business. I'm gonna pull off the speech for a second. I'm Italian, and you're gonna have to bear with me. We tell stories, and we're here today because of my 81-year-old father, who founded our company 50 years ago, had the foresight 50 years ago to buy some land over here. And we're also here today because of my brother-in-law, Joe Ferrier, who runs everything in our company. It's a pretty good-sized company. And not only does he keep his little brother-in-law out of trouble, but at the end of the day, everything runs so professionally in our organization because of him. So, and most importantly, it's a great day for our wonderful gateway to North Penn, the very special Towamencin Township. The leaders in this township had the vision for a vibrant town center where people could live, shop, do business, study, and enjoy the genuine sense of community. Their vision is today a reality. At the edge of this great bridge, you can see my firm's new development, Towamencin Town Square, emerging out of the ground. When completed in the next year, Stage 1 of Town Square will include 180 luxury apartments, a new Marriott, and the state-of-the-art Culinary Institute. Stage 1 of Town Square totals almost 400,000 square feet and represents the largest development of its kind under construction in southeast Pennsylvania. But Town Square is just part of the story. The real story is that the entire North Penn region is thriving. For example, in the last few years, while the economy has continued to be paralyzed by the Great Recession, 2 international companies moved major operations to the North Penn region. Specifically, my firm developed the 120,000 square foot Platinum LEED certified North American headquarters of SKF International. Most of you might know it's about a mile right up the road. And the Allmac Pharmaceutical Company opened their 120 million North American headquarters right up this road in Solderton. But the story doesn't stop there. I saw my friend John Renninger today from Clemens. I'm going to embarrass him now. The Clemens Family Corporation, a huge privately held firm founded in 1895 with major local holdings such as Hatfield Quality Meats, recently developed both a Lowe's and a ShopRite. For your information, Lowe's dropped from opening almost 200 stores per year prior to the recession down to around 50 by 2009. But despite that dramatic contraction, they opened one here. That's a story. In closing, I will make Karen Stout a little bit uncomfortable as well. President Karen Stout is not just a great leader of Montco. She is a great business leader in North Penn. More than seizing the momentum in the field of culinary arts to offer an exciting vocation to her students, President Stout seized the momentum in this region and launched this bold initiative in Towamencin Town Square, the gateway to North Penn. Because of Karen Stout's great leadership, we bear witness today to truly a great story. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Well, now we have the stars of the show. In all ways, I am so proud to welcome our new chef, Chef Christopher Allen Tanner, who's also the director of the Culinary Arts Institute and the Culinary Arts programs. For over a decade, Chef Tanner has demonstrated his talent and passion for the culinary arts industry as both an acclaimed chef and educator. In 2011, he was named the American Culinary Federation's Chef Educator of the Year for the Capital District Central New York region. And in 2010, he earned the organization's Chef of the Year distinction. He was also honored as the American Culinary Federation's Culinarian of the Year and received the Liz Krause Chef Professionalism Award in 2009. Before coming to the college, which was just a few short weeks ago, Chris worked as a chef instructor at Schenectady Community College in New York. And in that role, he redeveloped the program's curriculum and created new courses in modern culinary trends and techniques and culinary competition. His colleagues describe him as a true champion of the culinary arts profession and the community college mission. I was in a recent meeting of a group called Creative Montco, which is taking a look at building the creative economy and creative talent in Montgomery County to make Montgomery County even more competitive as an economic destination. And on the list of creative occupations that we were taking a look at that added value to the county as an economic destination was the creative occupation chef. And I looked at it, and because we were talking about arts and culture, and I thought, yes, Chef Tanner is indeed an artist at heart. He is so passionate about his craft. To sit with him for a few minutes and talk about food is just an extraordinary experience. So I hope at the end of this you do get a chance to meet Chris. But with that, I want to welcome to the podium chef and artist at heart, Christopher Allen Tanner.
Thank you, Dr. Stout. culinary arts industry continues to have unprecedented growth. To that end, the Culinary Arts Institute will be a key access point for those seeking to achieve a dream in the culinary arts or baking and pastry arts in Montgomery County. Many might say that building a new culinary school is not a unique idea in the world when we have so many culinary arts schools that already exist. The Culinary Arts Institute of Montgomery County Community College will offer students a unique set of programs in a new facility with curriculum accredited by both the American Culinary Federation Education Foundation and the World Association of Chef Societies. But this is just a basis for the program. We will implement a strong curriculum based soundly in the fundamentals of our culinary predecessors, such as Carême and Escoffier, and even Julia Child, as Dr. Stout keeps mentioning, while looking forward to our culinary masters of today, Thomas Keller, Alain Ducasse, Grant Ecketts, to name a few. Additionally, our general education core curriculum will emphasize a contextualized culinary-based curriculum to keep our students engaged and educated in the field. Real-world experience will be a basis for the curriculum. Each student will be required to go through our Fork and Knife Cafe and Bake Shop as part of their education. They will have the opportunity to work in an academic setting, learning how to prepare and present food products to the public. The public will have opportunity to taste our students' success by purchasing products prepared by their skilled hands. The busier the cafe and bake shop is, the more they'll be able to produce. The more repetition they have, the more skills they will learn. Additionally, each student will be assigned an academic mentor who will guide them through a 600-hour internship requirement, which must be completed before they graduate from their respective degree program. Each of the students in our career-driven programs will graduate having access to these skills and will graduate as certified culinarians or certified pastry culinarians with the American Culinary Federation, our country's largest association of professional chefs. Advisors from the industry, along with partnerships with local, regional, and national organizations, are also a key part of the culinary education experience. We will look to establish relationships with many of the members that are actually here today, with the American Culinary Federation Philadelphia, Les Dames Escoffier Philadelphia, the Chender Tisseur Philadelphia, and Slow Food Philadelphia, amongst many others. It is important that our students not only have classroom and hands-on experience, but also capability to see the variety of paths that their careers may take. These partnerships, along with our advisory board and internship partnerships, will help to prepare our students for meaningful jobs in the workplace. For those of you who are looking to have a little bit of fun, we will offer a variety of food enthusiast classes for the public. From basic knife skills to international cuisines, we'll offer something fun yet educational to bring those skills back to home with your friends and family. Would you like to learn a little bit of wine and cheese? Everyone loves wine and cheese. There's going to be a little bit of cheese back there. Sorry, no wine today. A little early, I think. We'll offer certificate programs in both topics for the passionate foodie or industry professional looking to expand their career knowledge. Speaking of professionals, we will also be home for professional chefs looking to expand their career. We'll offer a variety of professional development classes for professional chefs, bakers, and pastry chefs with continuing education points awarded by the American Culinary Federation. We'll also be a testing location for those wishing to become certified with the American Culinary Federation, offering both written and practical exams at the Culinary Arts Institute. We will also see an ACF-sanctioned, American Culinary Federation-sanctioned competition coming to our campus, inviting professional chefs to compete in our state-of-the-art facility. I'll go off my speech. We actually just found out, Dr. Stout and I just talked about the other day, we'll also be hosting the ACF's Northeast Region Educational Forum at our campus next fall as well. This opportunity will have the ability to expose our students to the industry through hands-on education and networking. My speech is going to run away. In the competition realm, our degree students will have the opportunity to join our ACF Hot Food team and Knowledge Bowl teams, which I had success with in our past locations, but here at Montgomery County Community College, I'm looking to take them to that next level from the state, regional, and potentially to the national level. I'm excited for the future of the culinary arts industry. With the culinary arts students, professionals, and culinary enthusiasts in Montgomery County and beyond will have access to the high-quality education in a state-of-the-art facility with accredited curriculum and faculty at an affordable price. Thank you for coming today to support this new initiative that the college is undertaking, and look forward to seeing you all next year here for our opening of the new facility. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Chef Tanner. We will conclude today's program with a story from one of our students, her story. And instead of introducing her and giving her background, I'm going to ask Jackie when she talks to share more about herself, because it won't touch your heart coming from me like it's going to touch your heart coming from her. With great degree of pride, I want to ask Jackie Hill to come to the podium. Do you graduate?
Yeah, next year.
Next year. She's on her way to graduate next year, so I wanted to find out if she was walking at commencement in May.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I feel blessed for having the opportunity to attend Montgomery County Community College and stand before you today. My love for cooking started at a very young age. I loved watching my mother cook, and during visits with my grandmother, she would allow me to help her prepare many different dishes. I would then try and create some of those dishes on my own with little success. The cakes were undone and burned, the chicken salty and dry, the rice was hard, and the vegetables were not done. My father, Jack, whom often referred to me as Little Jack, would say, "Little Jack, that was the best meal I've ever had. The more you cook, the better you will get." The better you will get. I remember saying, "Daddy, I want to be a chef when I grow up." He said, "One day I'm going to start you up with your own business." The next day I came home from school, he brought me an Easy Bake Oven. Once I received my Easy Bake Oven, I would still try to cook things on top of the stove as well as in my oven, and I would call it "What we're having for dinner tonight." My father told me he could not read my menu because I could not spell the words correctly. And if you cannot spell the words correctly, no one will know what's on the menu. I realized as I grew older, my food was not edible, and my father told me it was delicious out of his love for me. The same love prevented him from giving me the constructive criticism I so desperately needed. However, he did encourage me to never stop cooking, to never lose my dream, and to keep it close to my heart. At age 11, my father died, and a part of me died with him. After his death, my home life became very difficult, and I was repeatedly told that I would never amount to anything. At age 16, I got pregnant and became a dropout. I knew I wanted an education, and I made a promise to myself that I was going to get my high school diploma no matter how long it took me. However, by age 28, I had 5 children and was living on welfare and in the projects. 2 years later, I unknowingly married a man with a drug addiction, and I dealt with his recovery and relapses for the next 20 years. In the decade before my husband died, I worked at a state correctional institution for men and focused on my children because it was important that they did not walk in my footsteps. My husband died in '98, and 10 years later, I enrolled in the Center for Literacy, Learning for Life, a program that enabled adults to receive a high school diploma from the Philadelphia School District. In September 2008, I took an entry exam and passed. Afterward, I was accepted into the program, completed 156 assignments, and on March 5, 2009, earned my high school diploma. I never forgot about the promise I made to myself about getting my high school diploma. It broke my heart that I was not able to get it years before. However, I was determined to fulfill my dreams. All of my children attended my graduation, and they expressed how proud of me they were. In fall of 2009, I enrolled in Montgomery County Community College, and became a full-time student in the spring of 2010. Being a new student at MCCC was a very challenging experience for me. It was very difficult being not only a new student, but also being the oldest. I felt discouraged almost every day, but I knew failing was not an option. I decided to talk to my instructors about my fears, concerns, and doubts. that I was having in my classes. My instructors met with me one-on-one and counseled me on my subject and fears. They helped me to stay focused on what I needed to accomplish and in turn build my confidence. My grandson graduated from Lower Pottsgrove High School in 2011. Prior to his graduation, he was looking for a good college to attend. I sat him down and explained to him the importance of a good, solid foundation needed for a four-year university. I encouraged him to look into MCC because it would give him the start he needed to be successful at a four-year university. I took him to the campus and he immediately fell in love with it. My grandson, Samuel Avery, told his mother, my daughter, that he wanted to get his associate's degree in criminal justice at MCC. His mother was happy for 3 reasons. The tuition is affordable, he is close to home, and would receive a solid education. She registered him, and in the fall of 2011, he became a freshman. My experience here at MCC has been incredible, and I want my grandson to have the same experience. The classes that I have taken here at MCC, the things that I have learned in my theory courses and the hands-on work I have done, help me to understand why it is important to take a wide range of subjects like food safety and sanitation, becoming a chef, and history, from 17th century all the way up to the 21st century, are just a few. These courses are helping me become a well-rounded chef, and everything that I have learned has prepared me for my internship in the fall. I see a great future with Chef Tanner as the director of the Culinary Arts because of what he brings to the school, his background, and his wealth of knowledge in the field of culinary arts is a real asset. He has a clear vision of how a culinary arts institution should run, which means I will graduate from one of the top culinary art institutions in this country. As I mentioned earlier, I came to MCC with a lack of confidence, but with the help of my instructors, whom I have grown to love and respect, I now have the necessary tools to ensure that my future is limitless. Thank you all very much and enjoy the rest of the groundbreaking events.
Thank you, Jackie. And wow, Jackie has confidence now. Jackie's going to be a great chef. We're so proud that you're part of our family. Thank you. Thank you. You're an inspiration. There are a lot of people that I would like to thank tonight, what time is it? It's still morning, actually. 1 more minute. The weather has my metabolism or whatever, my biological time clock all out of whack. But I can't say everybody's name or I will miss people. So let me try it in clusters, because this event and all of the planning for the Culinary Institute took a lot of time and talent. For today's event, I want to thank our facilities team, our IT team. I'm going to mention Matt Porter because we're streaming this live back to campus, and Matt's our fabulous videographer and on-air personality for so many things. Our marketing team, our foundation team. I want to mention Tom Freitag, our Vice President for Administration and Finance, who behind the scenes worked very, very hard with Mark and his team to make sure the financials were just right, and helped guide the board through 8 months of due diligence that led us to this site and this groundbreaking today. And I want to thank all of the legislators for your ongoing support of Montgomery County Community College, and we're so pleased too to be part of the Towamencin community. We want to be good neighbors and good partners, and we're looking forward to forging that from today forward. Hopefully this will be a successful venture that we can build on and grow upon. Julia Child once proclaimed, "Be a fearless cook." Now, I know that Jackie's going to be a fearless cook. But at the college, we've taken her advice to heart with this extraordinary launch of this very unique Culinary Arts Institute of Montgomery County Community College. So I'm very proud of the initiative. I want to thank all of you for being here today. One last Julia Child quote: "The only time to eat diet food is while waiting for the steak to cook." We don't have steak cooking, but we do have good food for you to enjoy in the tent behind us. So thanks for being here, and I hope to get to meet most of you during our time gathering. Thank you very much. We will have an honorary groundbreaking at this point if you want to stay and watch some of that. I think, Elena, you'll coordinate us.